we're ready to get things started. 3.1 update.
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think.
This is...
How about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Is this energetic, Catherine?
Wait, say what now?
This is not the Catherine we got for
Possible.
Tighnari's quest.
Please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
The audience would definitely have a reaction.
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
Not just asking for a beating.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
They're Nahida, right?
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida.
Okay.
Paimon just
So that
knew
one time
Catherine
when she
would
was
attack
like
those kinds of
walking
jokes.
through the festival
When did
was
you get
her.
it to her head? From when she said, Ad Astra Abisask? So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
So the Akasha can't take away the dreams of gods?
It was another dream about the Sub-Zerus festival, except it was a happy one.
You didn't answer
In
my
dream,
question.
I was sitting in the middle of
I
a
guess it was
flower
rhetorical.
terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children. You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zerus festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity? No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad.
Commentary on their own
By
pity
the
system?
way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning. Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zerus festival. So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here. Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Damn. Dreams, emptiness, deception. You know what that spells? Dead.
Let's continue our chat here. Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida? Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
You could grab someone close to the sages and question them?
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages. I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
I'm not a student.
No way, that's too risky.
Well, I'm fucking out of ideas.
It'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
Can't think of anything else.
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
For real.
Well, I've been thinking.
I'll let you
if I
guys get all the
can't
stupid
directly
ideas
possess
out of the way
leaders,
so that mine sounds better
and
by
if
comparison.
I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Setaria?
Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilou.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver.
The sun is a
Instead of
star?
standing beside such a sun,
God of
wouldn't it be
wisdom, my
better to
ass.
return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
This is no longer just a metaphor.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the Academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, Many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
Sounds exactly like the person we need.
Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots, and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
Can you imagine? You have to work 9 days in a row to get 1 day off? That means every month you have 3 days off.
This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot. So should we ask the fortune teller about Setaria? No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics. Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Everybody has offended
Oh, nothing.
deities
Go on.
at some
Pick an
point,
aspect for her to define.
regardless of the religion. Divine by prospects and love.
Love prospects? No problem at all.
I don't care about my health, but will I get
The
laid?
gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be? Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Lubine, traveler.
Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune-telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Why would I want to reverse that? Sounds fucking awesome. Ah, no. Senora fell for the Raiden Shogun. I guess she did fall for us too, though. We brought her to her knees. Or to a knee.
Is this another one of Setaria's favorite stalls? Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Setaria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of her conversation.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Yes, you are, Mr.
Speaking
Habercorn.
of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
That guy is just Todd Habercorn. Feld.
This should be our final stop. Cetaria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia. So she always comes by whenever she's out in the city. Nahida, you've really thought of everything! It's my duty to protect Samira's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent.
That
But-
sucks.
I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get into the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning.
It's like
Amazing.
Hollywood, but for school.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
So, was that everybody? Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Cetaria. What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Cetaria face her problems. Cetaria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Cetaria's soft spot. Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guilt Cetaria feels about her homeland.
Excellent manipulation.
Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
King Deshret wants to criticize Taria's actions.
So, how do we set that up? Well,
Resurrect the king.
Scarlet King is long gone, and Cetaria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be weary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different. So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to? Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King, and then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it. Ah, so that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them. Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them. Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone. That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
What?
Huh. That is pretty convenient.
Yeah, no shit.
But why does she have to do this? Can't you do it yourself? Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them. You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
Which is ironic, because Catherine is not a human. Because she's more human-like than Catherine is. So that's... Alright.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on. Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway. Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon. Here she comes! Satari's here! Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say. Paimon's starting to feel kinda nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Aren't we already in a hiding spot? Do we have to be in closer proximity? They just, like, move 5 feet to the right. Oh, that's not suspicious
That's
at all.
right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
Fuck, I don't remember. What's their fucking names? I was thinking it was Marut. I think.
Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
That was weird.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
Good job, Paimon.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
Oh, the gods have spoken.
Sorry, your new laugh is just so hilarious. I couldn't help it.
Oh, please pay no mind to those kinds of details.
I thought that one was way funnier.
Gods are
Ho ho ho!
Sitaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. Oh, the gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods.
Damn!
Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness.
Tell him my bad.
And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
That's right.
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, wait a second. The Scarlet King passed away a long time ago. Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
Huh? King Deshret's resurrection is misinformation campaign?
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too. Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all. All I know are some abstract Harvard-taught theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sitaria. She's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away!
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Guarding work. Masonry work.
Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
He's feeling a lot better. He's walking more now.
Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert. Yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa. Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
Before I knew it, I really started getting into the role.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going. Come on! Sataria's already started talking with Shishan!
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
I've been spending all my time studying in the basement.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Wow!
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well!
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects.
Holy shit!
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
Did I push too hard?
She can no longer justify everything to herself. Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! What should we do? This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
What? I wasn't...
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price.
Okay, I would legit
You
piss
must
myself
face
if I
the
were her
truth,
right now.
Sataria.
Holy shit.
You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise
Oh
Scarlet
my
King?
god.
In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
So,
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet
oh
King.
my god, she's breaking.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
We blue screened her. They have done a magnificent job of elevating NPCs as the game has progressed. I feel like Mondstadt, the NPCs were super basic and nothing too interesting. Similar in Liyue, maybe a little more interesting in Liyue. And then in Inazuma, they started to get more interesting and more prevalent in terms of, like, important NPCs. And now, we're looking at nothing but NPCs, and it's still, like, super good.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland.
Man, you ignoring
No
letters from
matter how
children?
much
I think she
try to
means them as a
ignore and
whole.
Get rid of it. My guilt always comes back.
You should follow your heart.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, Did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
Great, we finally convinced her. Jeez.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zeru's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
That's gotta be Dottore, right? Or, if you've been paying attention to the Sumeru lore as you've played through the region, a guy named Zandik, which might be Dottore's real name. An outcast that even the sages are still wary of?
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage.
Assistant to the Grand Sage. Not assistant Grand Sage. Assistant to the Grand
though,
Sage.
I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side! The Traveler's execution was ingenious. She's the one who deserves all the praise.
Imagine having a conversation with somebody, and the last thing that happens is you just looking off to the sky and going, perhaps it's finally time for me to find a god to believe in. And that's it. You put your arm down and you just turn and walk away. If I'm the other person, I'd be like, that was fucking weird.
Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch. Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars? No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild. Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine, right? That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Can't we just call her Nahida?
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
Well, let's call her something.
Yep,
Let's call her Cat.
That's right. We cannot fully rule
That's
out
still
the
Catherine,
chance
we
that
just
the
shorten it.
tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, The academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world. Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking.
I somehow doubt that.
Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Do you feel like something is off?
Off? What do you feel is off?
It's a little too quiet around here.
It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you? No, I think she's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though. Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Setaria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace. I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned. Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Setaria managed to distract all the guards.
Yeah, I somehow doubt that.
Of the night.
The triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor.
Il Dottore.
If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world.
It's not wrong, just not their region in particular.
My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh, Lord.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
I've been asking for this for a while, but now it's
You need to get out of here.
an opportune time.
What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here. Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Whew. Paimon needs to catch her breath first.
We got a bone to pick with that guy.
Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her.
She can jump between minds. Hopefully she'll be fine.
Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the academia came back recently. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like she must have been talking about the doctor.
We underestimated the number of parties involved.
Yeah, now that the doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis?
We need to find a way to reunite with Nahida.
Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right?
Let's go find someone else who might be involved.
You mean...
Let's go find Tainari.
Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia Forest? That has to be the same project. Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
This really...
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The Outcast? An outcast from the academia?
Sounds like the doctor.
But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Local mercenaries might have an edge over the Fatui.
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
Apparently the bandits that command the highest commission in Sumeru.
By royal decree, spring forth!
Steady, steady. Let the show begin. Go, Barbara.
Did they not fix the barber glitch yet? Oh, they did not! So she can, like... She has no cooldown for her triggering of, Bloom?
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like?
Was it rough, though?
Yeah, looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Tainari? Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
Kali!
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here? Kale, it's nice to see you again. Are you doing all right?
To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Aww.
Oh, Kale.
Seems that curing Irminsul is our only chance.
Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Oh, Master Tainari? He just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI.
He left? But isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the sage's invitation.
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time, though.
Didn't give a reason?
No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tainari originally studied in the Immorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis Di is something like the Immorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research.
Oh, is he with
I
our
know that
boy?
before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis Di.
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Partis Di.
He's probably not with his boy, because you had to complete his quest for that to happen, and I don't think they necessarily want to tie his quest into a timeline with the Archon quest. Don't push yourself too hard, Kale.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regards.
Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale.
Hey, you're fine.
Wait, look who it is.
Cat!
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you.
You haven't been reprogrammed by the doctor, have you?
Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the Doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
I agree.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right?
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the Doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me.
Whew. What a relief. The Doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us.
I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also,
What, that you exist?
the Doctor is already an expert at modifying
And are paying
Akasha
attention.
terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Yeah, they're really calling him that like as a sign of
No longer
respect
be
or
able to
something.
jump between minds?
Let's call him that asshole.
How do we stop him? He's still at the Academia,
The
so
Doctor.
it's
No, he's an
possible
asshole.
He already started messing with the Akasha.
We need to hurry.
Ugh. It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the Doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Partis Di? Have you been waiting for us?
Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy.
Oh,
So
great.
I deduced your destination by
This
looking
is
at
we
the
ain't hiding
direction
from
you
no
were moving.
gods.
You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find?
Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Traveler? It is you!
Hey, Apasia. It's interesting to
Voice! It's
talk to you
Apasia!
while you're not malnourished and dehydrated. Long time no see.
What a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. when we last saw each other, she was still training in the, what's it called? Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it! Congratulations!
You're truly amazing.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. What a supreme and unparalleled experience that was.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
That sounds incredible!
Lord have mercy. I'm pretty sure she just came. We're in a hurry, so let's chat about this next time.
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that?
You believe her, Nahida?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
We just dropped all the...
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
All right now.
Where'd that...
Hold my hand.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies.
Scaramouche.
My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me.
Bro, that wasn't his fault!
Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity.
He's literally trying to become the next Electro Archon.
There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
God, I want to stomp on that dude's face.
What was that?
This is neither the Greater Lord's consciousness nor King Deshret's consciousness.
Did we actually just see the Baladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him.
Including how he looks? Like, oh shit.
How is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion!
So there are some fangirls out there for Scaramouche that, like, I don't understand. Because nothing about that dude screamed to me, this is who I want to imagine fucking. The dude's just the worst. I know he has a tragic backstory, whatever, to humanize him. He's the worst. He's actually the worst. He looks ugly, too. But anyways, she is literally just the manifestation of one of those fangirls.
Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God, please grant me forgiveness and salvation.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
Wake up, Hypatia!
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Bruh, it's just one of the Harbingers. Now, granted, a Harbinger that was created as a clone of the Electro Archon, but still.
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
I can't really answer that for you. She just walks away? Okay.
Wait, something isn't right.
You serious right now? Fucking scrubs, get out of my way. Dude, it's a robot. Just a robot shell. What are you even worried about? Oh, shit! Hey, Shinji, bro! Relax. You didn't need to bring your fucking Ava over Sumeru.
Okay, we finally lost him.
Le gasp!
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
It's me. What just happened?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here.
This time she didn't just transfer her mind into my body, our minds swapped places.
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body?
Look at this dude like, I'm about to get some ass.
Then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
Probably in her body.
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology.
No, you're right.
Also, while we were
That's why we're talking about the Dendro Archon.
Body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
It's in a code that only we know.
Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria.
Ah, the moon refers to Nadia herself. Starlight refers to the people of the desert. Illusions and lies refer to the Academia's plans.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon acting like we didn't just travel around by ourselves through 3 other continents before this. Are we gonna be okay? We don't need a god to travel around with us the last times either.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who is occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Oh, you hadn't picked up on that yet?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
I think I know what the project is about.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
The Academia is turning the Balladeer into a god.
What?
Do you have any evidence?
Hypatia also showed us a so-called divine consciousness.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
The Fatui is also behind some of this.
The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time.
Yeah!
From their description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals.
Let's head for the desert for now.
Right. We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tainari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Tainari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.